Good morning, welcome, and thank you for joining. As every morning, we start sitting in a comfortable position and then just make any stretches or any movements that feels good for you that will help you to settle down into the sitting position. The idea is that when we are sitting, when we're connecting with the breath, same as when we are meditating, that we don't need to be thinking about the physical body. And that even when the mind wants to think about the body being in certain discomfort, that we can, by bringing the mind back to the breath, we can just, without moving, just relax and settle down. So bring the hands on your knees and then just shake side to side and then relax the shoulders back and down. Align the spine, align the neck, and close your eyes. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. If you feel like you need to have any kind of tension around the back, the chest, then just lean slightly back, just a little bit, especially towards the middle part of the spine. Feeling the lower part of the abdomen engaged, just slightly. And allow the abdomen to be soft. So as we inhale, we feel the expansion. As we exhale, we feel the contraction. Relax the jaw. The gaze is up. And the breathing becomes longer. Remember, longer is not just about the length of time, but the length of space that the air draws inside you from the nose all the way down towards the lower part of the abdomen and all the way out. And notice if there is any space that needs special attention. Remember, where attention goes, energy flows. So tension is lack of energy, lack of flow. Good, and then with the next inhalation, bring the palms together at the level of the heart, pressing gently. And feeling the arms slightly engaged, the space in between the shoulder blades. Nice and active, the spine is still straight, the gaze up. And start with your gratitude practice. And choose those things that you want to bring to your awareness today. As we start the day with gratitude and with the intentions, then we can bring that positive feeling, that positive energy. So it becomes more natural. So it happens more times during the day. Good, and then with the next inhalation, bring the arms up, chin up, head back, tongue towards the upper palate, And then exhaling, lowering the arms slowly by your sides, all the way down. Rest them on your lap, one on top of the other. And then relax the spine, allow it to round. Bring the chin towards the chest and relax the shoulders. So the spine is round, the stomach in, and just allow the weight of the head. If you feel any tension on the neck, as you try to allow without pulling, then engage the core slightly and then allow the head to hang freely again. It's a way of helping, supporting the neck. The gaze up to you're relaxed. And make sure that the space in between the eyebrows is nice and wide. With the next inhalation, start arching the spine, bring the chin up. And then exhale and come back to neutral with a few blinks. Open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for joining. So we're going to start by stretching the legs because we're doing today we start with some sun salutations. Then we won't take much time on the warm-up. We'll use it as a warm-up instead. Just shake your legs, move your toes. Good, and then bring yourself into cat-cow. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and then just move the hips side to side before we start to create a little bit of easiness in the position. Soften the elbows, engage the fingertips. Stretch the toes as much as you can, the insteps. If that is challenging, then raise the knees high. And then you find that extra stretch. And then keep the core engaged. And start loosen up the abdomen, arching the spine, softening the elbows and looking up. And then exhaling, extend from the arms. And from the middle of the spine, bring the stomach in, chin to chest. Inhaling, following the rhythm of your breath. Exhaling. Inhaling, looking up. Relax the shoulders, the elbows. Exhaling, extend. Twice more. Inhale. And exhale. And last time, inhale. And exhale. Good, and then we come back towards the center and tuck the toes under, bring the hips towards the back, stretch the arms, crawl with the fingertips away from you, bring the forehead down, feel the stretch on the spine, relax the shoulders, relax the elbows down on the mat also, and breathe in deeply. And then slowly start bringing yourself up. The hands, keep them in front of you. And then hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, toes tucked under, downward facing dog. And then bend the knees one at a time. And then one step forward. If it's on your practice, if you find that when we do so, you're able to raise the hips a little bit higher to relax the shoulders and the elbows. Breathe slowly. Raising up the hips a little bit more, chest towards the thighs. If you feel any pulling from the space in between the shoulder blades, then relax a little bit more the chest and raise the hips higher. We're not lifting from the shoulders, we're lifting from the hips. Good, and then from there, Inhaling, looking between the hands, bringing the shoulders forward. And this is what we want to do when we moving the legs forward, but this time we're just going to move slowly, one at a time, instead of just one, as we do in the transition, coming towards the top of the mat. Good, and then inhaling Ardha Uttanasana. Bring the toes active, straighten the legs, the spine, the arms. Good, and then exhaling, forward fold. Completely let go of any tension. Breathe slowly. Good, and then bend the knees, lifting the shoulders up. Straighten the arms, palms facing each other, and come all the way up to standing. And exhaling, lowering the hands from the middle towards the heart and by your sides. Okay, so we're going to start with the sun salutations, trying to make the sequence as smooth as possible so we can then focus more on the breathing rather than the movement. So bring the big toes touching, small space in between the heels, bend the knees, shoulders back and down. Good, and then try to align the spine when we are in the first Tadasana, all the Tadasanas in the first position. So knees slightly forward, pelvis tucked, shoulders relaxed, core is slightly engaged, even the glutes are slightly engaged. And then inhaling, palms to the center, Namaskarasana, exhaling, press with the palms together. Inhaling, raise them all the way up, bring the hips forward and keep stretching the arms up. And align the arms with the ears. Good, and then open the arms, bring the palms down and start coming to your forward fold. Bring the hands down and just take your time there on your Hasta Padasana, forward fold, just to create a little bit more of flexibility on the spine, of easiness on the back of the legs. Bring stomach in. Breathe slowly. Good, and then we carry on with the sequence. So bring the right leg all the way back, keeping the left ankle and knee aligned, then bring the right knee down and stretch the toes. Now we need to make sure that there's hardly no weight on that knee, that the weight is transferred towards the front. The hands are supporting some of the weight. We feel the stretch on the thigh, and then look towards the front. Good, and then engage the core slightly to protect the knee, tuck the toes under and lifting up high. Hips as high as possible, and then bring the leg back into plank. From plank, we bring both knees down, and then Sashtanga Namaskarasana. Bring the elbows by your sides with the spine arch, relax the chest down, the chin or the forehead, ideally the forehead. For some people it's quite challenging. So as a variation, you can bring the chin. We'll see another way of coming into this position another day. And then inhaling, coming into Cobra. Remember, for Cobra, elbows very close to the body, feet touching together, so the legs and the glutes are very active, and then the whole body will engage even more. Good, and then with the next inhalation, tuck the toes under, lift with the arms, and then lift the knees, downward facing dog. One step forward with both feet. And again, find that extra space in between the shoulder blades. Because it's the first round, we're taking our time. Breathe slowly. Good, and then from here, we're going to bring the right leg forward And here is where most people seem to lose the flow when we are trying to do the breathing. So bring the shoulders forward, engage with the fingertips. The hands and the shoulders are aligned. Lift the right leg up, push a little bit more, and then bring the foot forward. Good, and then we bring the knee down, back knee, and stretch the toes. And as we stretch the toes, then try to find that extra stretch to release the weight on the back knee. Bringing the toes a little bit further away, a little bit more towards the back of the mat, and looking straight. Good, and then from there, tuck the toes under, lifting the knee, and then coming forward. Hasta Padasana, forward fold. And from forward fold, straighten the arms, bend the knees, inhaling, coming up, palms together, hips forward. And exhaling, Namaskar, stomach in, hands towards the heart and towards your sides. Good, shoulders back and down. And because we try to bring the balance, we can take some time on this side as well. Inhaling, Namaskar, aligning the spine, exhale. Inhaling, raising up, arms aligned with the ears. See if you can bring the hips forward, lean back slightly. Good. And then exhaling, opening the arms, palms down. Align the spine and start bending forward. And then bring the hands down. Hasta Padasana. And there again, take some time to find that extra stretch on the back of the legs. Stomach in. And then with the next inhalation, bring the left leg back. 90 degrees with the ankle and the knee at the front. Back knee towards the back. Stretch the toes and look towards the front. Eka Pada Prasanarasana. And then tuck the toes under. Lifting the knee up, the hips. And then come into plank. Make sure that the shoulders and the wrists are aligned. Engage with the fingertips. And then both knees down. Now Sashtanga 8-point. Relax the chest down, but the arms are very active. And bring the chest to the mat. And if you can, forehead down. Bring the shoulders back. If it's still very challenging, you can bring the chin down instead. With the next inhalation, Bhujangasana or Cobra Pose, shoulders back and down. The whole body is active. Breathe slowly. Good, and then tuck the toes under, push with the arms, knees higher, downward facing dog, one step forward. Bring the hips high, relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Good, and then with the next inhalation, now we bring the left leg forward. So bring the shoulders towards the wrist, bring the knee bend, and push a little bit more forward, and the leg comes up. Good, comes down, sorry. Stretch the knee, the toes, tuck the toes under, raising the knee, the hip, and Hasta Padasana, forward fold. Good, and then from there, bend the knees, straighten the arms, and bring the hands all the way up, palms together. Exhaling, lowering down, keeping the spine straight all the way towards the heart center and by your sides. Well done, that was very good. So we're gonna do it now with the breathing. Remember, there's only one position where we do 2 breaths, inhaling and exhaling in the first Namaskarasana. And then when we are coming from plank to the 8-point, the Sashtanga, then it's 1 breath, 2 movements. So it's an exhalation from plank and then get straight away into the Sashtanga. And by the end of the Sashtanga, it's almost like a holding, like Kumbhaka. So bring the big toes touching and the knees, relax the shoulders down. And inhaling, Namaskarasana, exhaling. Inhaling, Urdhva exhaling, Hasta Padasana. Inhaling, right leg back, Ekapada, Prasanarasana, look into the front. Exhaling, tuck the toes under, coming into plank, Dvipada. And keep exhaling, Sashtanga, Namaskarasana, 8 point. Inhaling, Bhujangasana or Cobra. Feet actively close. Exhaling, Dvipada. Exhaling, right leg forward, Ekapada. Prasanarasana, stretch the toes, look to the front. Tuck the toes under and forward fold, exhale. Inhaling, stretch the arms, come all the way up, Urdhva. Exhaling, lowering down, Namaskarasana and Tadasana. Well done. We do the other side. Inhale, Namaskarasana, and exhale, sink the hips, align the spine. Inhaling, Urdhva. Exhaling, Hasta Padasana, forward fold. Inhaling, left leg back, Ekapada, Prasanarasana, look into the front. Tuck the toes under and plank, Dvipada, and keep exhaling, Sashtanga, Namaskarasana. Inhaling, Bhujangasana. Feet together, legs active. Exhaling, Dvipada. Raise the hips, stomach in. Good, and then inhaling, Ekapada with the left. Exhaling, Hasta Padasana, forward fold. Inhaling, stretch the arms to come to Urdhva. Exhaling, lowering towards the heart, Namaskarasana and Tadasana. Good. Let's do one more. Inhale, Namaskarasana, and exhale. Inhaling, Urdhva. Exhaling, Hasta Padasana. Inhaling, right leg back, knee down, Ekapada, Prasanarasana. Exhaling, Dvipada, and in the same exhale, Sashtanga, Namaskarasana. Inhaling, Cobra or Dvipada. Exhaling, Downward Facing Dog. Good, and then inhaling, right leg comes forward, Ekapada. Very good. Bring the knee down, look straight. And exhaling, Hasta Padasana, forward fold. Inhaling, stretch and come all the way up. Exhaling, lowering the hands to Namaskarasana and Tadasana. Very good, that round left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling, raising Urdhva. Exhaling, forward fold, Hasta Padasana. Inhaling, left leg back, knee down, stretch the toes. Exhaling, Dvipada plank. Knees down, Sashtanga. Keep exhaling fully. Inhaling, Bhujangasana. Exhaling, downward facing dog. One step forward. Good, and then inhaling, left leg forward, knee down, look to the front. Exhaling, forward fold, Hasta Padasana. Inhaling, stretch the arms, Urdhva Hasta. Exhaling, lowering down, Namaskar and Tadasana. Well done. Now come towards the front. Get a hip width apart. With the feet, hold the wrist behind. Relax the shoulders. Soften the knees. Close your eyes. Bring the gaze up. The toes are actively engaged to keep us balanced. Breathe in deeply. Feeling the sensations. Perhaps feeling the beautiful heat in your body. Your heartbeat. Feeling more alive. It's a practice that helps us to feel more energized, to connect with our breathing, for the mind to be relaxing as a moving meditation. As we memorize the movements, the steps, then we can fully engage with the breathing. And then gently, with a few blinks, open your eyes. Relax the hands, and then shake the arms side to side. Good, and then stop the movement. Find your gaze. And when you're ready to move, then just shake your legs and grab your blanket to get ready for your Savasana. Well done for your practice. Let's now keep that heat, that warmth. Cover yourself up. Even when you feel too warm to cover yourself, we should do it because the temperature lowers down very quickly. It drops as we stop moving, as we relax. Bring the chin to the chest, find that space in between the shoulder blades. Arms by your sides, quite away from the body, and the palms facing up. The fingers are gently curled up, just relaxed. The heels are towards the edges of the mat, feet dropping to the sides, feeling the hips soft. Notice how is the back of the crown of the head feeling. If you can make it a little bit more comfortable, then do so by readjusting the chin. And remember, if you have any kind of neck problems or back problems, it's better to use some support under the knees rather than to support the neck. And try not to use anything under the neck when we are resting in Savasana. As we breathe in slowly, the body starts to settle down, to relax more. And once again, even though we're completely relaxing, then we are helping the body to become more supple, to let go of any tension. That's why we don't want to have that support under the neck, because if there is already any tension and we place something under the neck, then we are stopping that easiness, that slightly stretch as as we relax. The gaze is up, the jaw relaxed. And slowly allow your breathing to become free. Enjoying each breath. And staying there for another 2 minutes. Enough time for your body to absorb all the changes. And after this, try to do a few minutes of meditation without disturbing the body too much. Enjoy the rest of the session. Have a lovely day. And let me know if there's any questions. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow.